Today, I'm at the Assiniboine Park Zoo, one of Canada's most incredible wildlife facilities, for an up-close and personal, behind-the-scenes tour. And towards the end, I not only get to hand feed, but interact with Canada's most deadly predator. Let's get going. But first, Jessica, who works here at the zoo, is going to introduce us to one of the weirdest looking animals in the world. Look at these things. They're like some evolutionary combination of a rabbit and like a duiker, like a small deer, and a hamster? I don't even know. Like what? They're bizarre. Tell me about them.
They are actually a rodent species.
Yep.
So they are one of the largest rodent species.
Second largest, right?
Second largest, yeah.
After the capybara.
Capybara. Yeah, so if you look, their teeth are very rodent-like, so they always keep growing. So that's why we feed them lots of hard vegetables and pellets.
To file them down a bit.
To file them down, yeah.
Oh my goodness, they're so cute.
Good girl, Dixie.
Oh, you're so cute.
Normally she doesn't do this with strangers, so you're very lucky.
She knows I like animals.
Yeah.
Oh, look at how beautiful they are. Hi, look, don't be skittish. There's a girl. Look at that. Look at that.
They are near threatened, so that means that while they're doing okay, they're not great.
For meat or for...
They are hunted for meat. They are also, the loss of habitat is a really big one for them.
That's the main thing,
so, yeah. They are losing a lot of their habitat to be developed into farmland. Big things for them is actually the pet trade. A lot of people want them as pets.
Oh, really?
And then they'll take them from the wild to have them as pets.
I'd like to say that sucks, but I get it. Like, I really want one right now. It does suck, don't get me wrong, but look at how cute they are.
Yeah, it's not ideal for them.
Yeah, of course.
They're very social, so they have somewhat of a weird family structure in that they are monogamous, and then they just mate for life, but they hang out with a bunch of other couples in like a big group.
Well, Jess, these guys are so cool. Honestly, to see Mara up close is amazing. They're such a fascinating creature. I mean, look at them. They're like an alien animal. Yeah. I love it. So cool. Yep. Here you go, sweetie. All right, well, let's feed them a little bit more lettuce, and then I think there's lots more for me to see here.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Amazing. Looks like I'm gonna have to wait a bit to have my polar bear encounter. But meanwhile, my good friend Chris, the director of this zoo, tells me he's got two amazing animals lined up for me to see. Firstly, the closest living relative of the giraffe that we have right here in North America, and a huge species of camel that can survive in the snow.
Here we have our pronghorn antelope.
Hi, sweetie. Females.
That's right.
Hi, girly. I see the electric fence there. I'm guessing that's because these guys notoriously can hop over much higher fences than this, right?
On this side, it's actually to keep predators from getting in with them.
Oh, interesting. Bears?
Around here, we'll have the odd black bear, but typically coyotes would be our biggest predator. We're a large urban park. We've got close to 400 acres of natural landscape in the middle of the city around us, and we really want to model living alongside wildlife. And
I love that.
This is a way we coexist with predators on site.
So speaking of native animals, these pronghorn to me are one of the coolest animals in North America, right? Second fastest animal in the world, I think, after the cheetah, is that right?
Absolutely right, yeah.
And they evolved that speed, if I'm not mistaken, because they co-evolved with North American cheetah, which was an incredibly fast land predator that was driven to extinction some 40 or so thousand years ago. But these guys have persisted and retained that incredible speed.
Absolutely, they're so unique. They're the only antelope in North America.
Right, right, and fast and agile, and I'm guessing, because as you mentioned, you guys are a sort of winter forward zoo, these guys probably love the cold, right?
Pronghorn antelope, they range right from Mexico all the way up to southern Canada, and they think nothing of -30.
Totally, and they're out, they're hopping around in the snow, they're loving it. Yeah, super
Absolutely.
Cool, and they're so beautiful. I feel like they're an understated animal. Like, you don't think enough about them in the US, I feel like.
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, love it. Bye, girlies.
So we're coming up behind our Bactrian camels. And we have our animal care professional, Dustin, who can tell you all about...
Hey, Dustin. Forrest.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you. Hey, beauties.
Yeah, so we have 3 Bactrian camels here at the Assiniboine Park Zoo.
Oh my goodness, they're so big.
They are, and
they're so big.
Zaya is the largest of the 3.
This is Zaya?
Yeah, this is Zaya. She's also the youngest.
Okay.
So she is 4.
Okay.
Behind her is Tina, and Tina is 6. And then around the habitat is Sophie. She's got the halter on and she's 16.
16. Oh my goodness,
so
she's an old girl.
She's a little bit older.
Hi. So, a lot of people don't know this. There's two kinds of camels. There's Bactrian camels and dromedary camels, right?
Yep.
What's the dead giveaway for the Bactrians?
So the main giveaway is the dual humps. The Bactrian camels have 2 humps.
Yep.
But another, I guess, difference between the two is that they have this very thick and dense coat.
Oh, hey, you get out of there. That's cheeky.
So the differences in coat is a result of living in different places. They are both camelid species, but the Bactrian camel is found in the Gobi Desert, which does get a little colder, and it's
much colder, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the warmer coat does help them deal with that.
Yep.
And then they lose it in the summer. So they're fairly adapted for -40 all the way to +40. So they're very well situated here in Winnipeg.
Sure.
And then the dromedary camels, they live in places like North Africa, the Middle East, or India.
Yep.
And it's just a lot warmer there. So they don't, there's no biological need for the thicker coat.
So this is interesting. Have you ever heard of the camel beauty contests?
No.
Do you know about this?
No.
You don't know about this?
No, that's news to me.
I'm pretty excited to be teaching you something here. All right, this is a real deal. So in, I want to say UAE, maybe it's Dubai, they have camel beauty contests. True story. And the winner gets something like $4 million if they have the most beautiful camel. But get this, big scandal, guys were cheating. They were giving their camels Botox. Swear to God. Lip fillers, Botox, plastic surgery things on the camels to make them more beautiful because they want these big eyelashes and these big plump gorgeous lips. Swear to God, this is a real thing.
That's
Camel
crazy.
beauty contest, $4 million grand prize.
And
I'm not even killing.
Obviously, when you have like a grand prize that is that high up in price, you do get a little bit of...
Who's putting up $4 million for the prettiest camel? That makes no sense.
No,
it's shenanigans. Well, these three are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I love the big, soulful eyes, the silly lips. Look at the, see, the attitude goes away when she wants something.
Oh,
She's like,
absolutely.
oh, look how cute I am. Well, hey, thank you so much. I loved them. They're awesome. Well, now we're going from cute to scary. We're going to polar bears now.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks again.
Awesome.
See you, buddy.
Have a good rest of your trip.
We've gotten some great behind-the-scenes action, but now we're going to see one of the things that makes this zoo really special. One of the most popular attractions here at the Assiniboine Park Zoo is indeed the polar bear swim through, and as you can see, it attracts a full crowd of people, and rightfully so, because it's such a cool thing to be underneath in the water with bears as they forage around and pick up food that the keepers are throwing in. So as soon as we're done here, we're gonna go meet with the keepers and get to interact with the bears, but hard to beat this view of a polar bear, something that I think you can only get here and nowhere else in the world. Look at that. Already the closest I've ever been to a polar bear. This is insane. I'm Forrest.
I'm Brienne. Nice to meet you. Emily.
Emily, so nice to meet you guys. And who's this?
This is the beautiful Star Bear.
Hi, Star Bear.
You know, so she's one of...
So gorgeous.
Right? She knows it too. She knows
Yes,
it.
that's why she's called Star.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And she is the superstar behind all of our behind the scenes experiences too. So she loves any and all attention that she can get.
Apples?
Yeah. She eats actually a wide range of produce.
I would have thought you would be giving her cubes of meat.
Yeah, well, so their diet, like they get 3 parts to their main diet, which has like a polar bear chow, which is made specifically for polar bears.
High protein.
High protein fats, that kind of stuff. Basically, very similar to dog food, right?
Sure.
It would be something that they could...
It's a vegan bear. I'm gonna kiss her on the lips. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you.
I don't know.
I know it goes against park rules, but this is a vegan bear. She'll be fine with it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. No. Well, would you also like to do some target training with her?
Yes, very much.
Okay.
I would, all the things. All the things. You
we'll
say it, I'm
you-
doing it.
We'll give you the target first, and then we'll get you to do some target training, and then we'll get you to feed her some stuff after, because we always end our sessions on a positive note,
Of course,
right?
of course. She's
So,
already looking at the target.
right, she knows what's on. So whenever you're
All
ready,
right.
you can place the...
Star.
You can say target.
Target.
Good!
Wow, look at that.
Hey, you can do another one if you
Oh,
want.
I will. Don't worry. If you leave me here, I'll do this all day long.
Yeah, right? How can you not? How can you not? Go ahead. You can do another one.
Okay, let's do one over here. Start. Target. Oh, I love how she smushes her nose. It's not like she's like tapping it. She's like fully smushed
I am
nosed
touching
against
that
it.
target and I am
Such
making
a good
contact.
girl.
Yeah.
One more down here. Target. Oh, she's like pushing it back against me. Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Good. No, that's actually very impressive for her. Normally, she can't multitask.
Yeah.
So chewing and touching a target is very challenging for her.
Mitch also can't do that. Yeah. Walking and chewing gum at the same time. He has to stop.
That's why I haven't said anything. I'm just
Oh, yummy. Vegan bear.
Right. So all of this, it's working with them. A lot of it is like it's a working relationship we have with these with the animals. I mean, in all of the sections, right? Because you can't. There has to be a mutual respect. There has to be trust. There has to be so many things that people don't always understand.
What are some common misconceptions about polar bears that people think? That you have seen the opposite?
That they're friendly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and rightfully so. Like, even right now, I would say they're friendly.
Yeah.
She's friendly. Like, look at her. Like, I feel like I could put my fingers through and scratch her nose. And I know if I do that, I probably won't have fingers left.
Yeah.
So.
And I know for a fact, like, out of any of the bears, I'd like to think that maybe if I were to ever wind up in there, I'd get out okay. But her, I know for a fact, I would not get out and she would enjoy it.
She's not your friend.
She's not my friend.
She would eat you in a heartbeat.
She would, it's instinctually what she's supposed to do, right?
Yeah,
so it's respecting that and just,
You're just a walking land seal. That's all you are.
100%, right? And
that's
she's
so
like,
funny.
oh, I've been dreaming of this moment.
Because it's interesting that you say that. I've been around a lot of predators. I grew up in Southern Africa, so I'm very, my family did safaris. Like, I'm very familiar with big predators.
Yeah.
I don't see that cunningness. I don't see the, like, I want to eat you in that face like I do with a big cat.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is because when they come in, most of the bears other than Eggy were orphaned as cubs. Eggy and Storm, they were the only two that weren't orphaned. So when they're coming in, they're under a year of age.
Yeah.
And then when they're coming in too, we're working a lot on manners, expectations, how to respond with us in like a zoo community or zoo environment. Seasonal changes will change.
I bet.
Will change.
I bet, yeah.
Like this time of year, ice is gone. They're not usually eating a ton. So she's going to be a little bit more laid back than peak, winter time when diet would be super high and she's wanting
metabolism's cranking. She needs it to stay warm. Yeah.
So like this time of year, the lowest diet we currently have is 1/2 kilogram of meat, 1/2 kilogram of fish, and I think it's about 200 grams of the chow.
This is per week?
Per day.
Per day?
Per day.
Per day?
Per day.
I wouldn't think you'd feed them daily during this time of year.
Yeah, I think, well, because they are in a group setting too, that's not very common for polar bears to have that many that live together. We do use diet a little bit as behavior modification as well. So like when we're noticing that they're getting really intense or really looking for us or not being super nice to their friends, we start thinking, okay, are they getting hungry? Is this a seasonal change? Should we increase their diet a little bit?
Okay, last question, $1 million question.
Okay.
You're dropped in on that flat rock right there. You have to get to there. What are you doing?
With her in it?
With her in here. What are you doing without getting eaten? What are you doing to avoid getting eaten?
Climbing the fence.
Just anything.
Just straight up.
Yeah.
She's gonna eat you.
Polar bears are not good climbers.
Yeah.
They're too heavy for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're kicking the shoes off and just sending it up the wire.
Oh, no, shoes up. There's no time.
Just go.
No time to
Just
get your
go.
shoes off. You're just getting
Shoes
it.
might be a good distraction.
This zoo is incredible. I've loved everything we've seen here. The husbandry is spectacular. The animals are all fit, healthy, beautiful. It's been such a treat. So this is by far the highlights. Closest I've ever been to a polar bear.
Well, thank you. I'm happy you're able to see this and enjoy your zoo.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Yeah, you as well.
This was such an amazing experience. If you want to see more of me getting private tours of incredible zoos, click the video popping up on the screen right now and don't forget to subscribe.